Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Toronto, and today we're going to be talking a little bit more about Fantastic Four. Usually every week, I do a box office report, kind of recapping the numbers of what movies have been earning what. And quickly, atop of the box office was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. That movie earned $29.4 million this past weekend, bringing its domestic total up to $108.6 million. However, that's not the movie we're talking about. We're talking about Fantastic Four, a movie brought to us by 20th Century Fox and director Josh Trank that was supposed to do pretty well. Unfortunately, it did not. And in case you missed our review of Fantastic Four, which you could check out right here, you could find out that I was not a fan of it either. Fantastic Four had a failure. A train wreck of a weekend, as it ranked in $26.2 million. Oof. That figure is the lowest debut for a Marvel movie from any studio since Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, which made $22.1 million in 2012, which means that Fantastic Four is in the ranks of the Ghost Rider sequel. There is always that saying that the international markets can save a movie sometimes, and sometimes that's true. However, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as the international markets only added $34.1 million, bringing this movie's total to $60.3 million. Ouch. There's a distinct possibility Fox loses a great deal amount of money on their reported $120 million investment. This does not look good. And this movie has just come with a serious amount of problems, which I also want to get into. I don't want to talk only numbers. I actually want to talk a little bit more about Josh Trank's tweet. Now, if you didn't watch our video review, which again you can find right here, I want to talk a little bit more about what Josh Trank, who's the director of this project, tweeted out. So Thursday night, the opening night of the movie, Josh Trank tweeted this. A year ago, I had a fantastic version of this, and it would have received great reviews. You'll probably never see it. That's reality, though. I have a huge problem with this on many different levels. I understand the reality of filmmaking. I understand that sometimes a director's wants and needs aren't met by a studio. I understand that a studio is interested in making money. A studio, most of the time, is interested in making only a profit, not worrying about the art aspect. Now, I don't want to really get into that debacle, but we all know that film is a business, and businesses need to make money. So I could totally believe that Fox took over Josh Trank's picture and completely butchered it. However, I think I find it very, very annoying and childish to immediately discredit the movie and throw everything under the bus at Fox, especially opening night. The fact that Josh Trank would tweet this out, possibly damaging the movie's opening, and just basically placing the blame on everyone else, to me, is awful. An awful, awful thing to do. Now, granted, I'm going to read you what John Campea of Collider Movie Talk said, and he had an interesting input from a source, but nonetheless, well, let me read it to you actually before we get carried away. On Collider Movie Talk, John Campea revealed a source within 20th Century Fox confirmed major changes of Trank's film before production began. I'm going to read the exact quote right here. I've got a source fairly close to the production of this film who told me that the movie that Josh Trank and Fox had agreed on making included 3 really big action set pieces. That was all agreed upon. It was part of the flow of the movie, and the movie is like a puzzle. You can have all the pieces in place. You start messing with the pieces, and suddenly the whole puzzle can look out of whack. And then they had agreed upon this vision for a film. And days before production began, Fox came in and made him pull 3 main action sequences out of the film. I was also told the ending of the film was not even Josh Trank's. At some point, they hijacked the editing bay from him, to the point that the editing of the film was done without him. Now, even if this is true, this is not confirmed, this is just a source that John Campea says was revealed to him, I still do not agree or condone Josh Trank's actions. Now, granted, I know there's going to be a lot of people who actually want to be filmmakers and could understand his point of view, and so do I, guys. But if he would have said this sometime later, maybe not opening weekend of the movie, it probably wouldn't have been as so distasteful as it was to beforehand. I mean, to me, it just kind of looked like he was throwing a temper tantrum. And granted, I saw that movie. I sat through Fantastic Four, and I didn't think it was the worst movie ever made, but it was damn near close. And he can't put all the blame on everything on Fox, because I saw those pictures, I met the characters, I didn't feel for them, I didn't care for them. Josh Trank did at one point direct this picture, and whatever he did work on didn't work for me. And for him to just completely go, well, it was Fox's fault, though he did immediately or very quickly delete that tweet, I still think that there's something utterly wrong, and that really pisses me off about this movie. Estimates say that Josh Trank may have cost 20th Century Fox approximately $10 million with this tweet. So I hope he's happy that he inadvertently affected his own film, regardless if it was Fox's fault or not. And I do have to question, if the movie received good reviews and Fox's version was better than Josh Trank's, would he have been so easy to discredit himself? I don't think so. Now, comicbook.com did some math and found out that Fox doesn't need to begin production on a Fantastic Four film until 2022, with the release date of 2023. So they could continue this franchise if they want. I don't see the point, because this movie gave us nothing to enjoy. The cast are all good. Why this movie was awful was because the team behind the film, either it be the studio, either it be Josh Trank, either be both, however you want to see it, this movie was not executed properly. And though I don't feel that the cast was over exuberant about their roles in this picture, I can't put the blame on them, because it was really the movie and the story and the script that all suffered, essentially. Now, in 7 years from now, in 2022, when they would have to, in order to keep the rights to this, make another movie, they could totally redo it all. Make a whole nother Fantastic Four group, and maybe by 2022, we'll forgive them for this mistake. Like I said, I'm more angry about the whole situation of Josh Trank's actions and above anything else. I didn't walk out of Fantastic Four saying this is the worst piece of trash I've ever seen. I didn't feel that way. I didn't think it was the worst movie I ever made. It was good, though. It was bad. It was a bad movie, but it wasn't something I hated. But the fact Josh Trank would tweet this, and now that he's placing blame on Fox, to me it just is like, come on, man, just own up to it. Nonetheless, I am curious to see what Fox is going to do with Fantastic Four 7 years from now, or if they're going to do anything now. Does this mean we're not going to get a Fantastic 2 and 3? I highly doubt it. When talking to the cast of Fantastic Four at CinemaCon, they were asked how many of the Fantastic movies did they sign on for, and you can watch that video right here. They responded, usually when people sign up for something like this, they sign up for about 3 or 4. I am assuming they signed on for 3 movies, but I highly doubt we're going to see any of them, especially if this movie doesn't earn a good amount of money in the next couple weeks. I don't know, though. I know I'm very frustrated with the whole situation. Why? I really don't know, but I just think that movie was frustrating because it seemed to have everything it needed to be a really great movie. And because of Josh Trank's tweet, that really just bothered me. And I know, like I said, I know there are a lot of filmmakers out there who have been shafted by studios and who have lost the right to show their versions or to tell their story the way they want. And I understand that, but there's something about tweeting and discrediting everything the night of a movie opening That to me just rubs me the wrong way. If you disagree with me, let me know down here in the comment sections below. The reason why I do these videos is to create that conversation, so I want to hear your point of view down here in the comment sections below. And again, if you haven't seen or read my review for Fantastic Four, make sure to go check out the link. It's in the description box right now. Guys, I just want to know what your thoughts are on this whole debacle. Personally, I don't think we're going to be getting a Fantastic 2 or 3. Maybe we'll be getting another one in 2022, but even that, I'm not sure. What are your thoughts? Let me know down here in the comment sections below. Again, guys, thank you so much for taking time into your day to watch this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, give this video a thumbs up, and always make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a daily video update again. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jacob Toronto. Please continue chasing cinema.